Good morning, good evening and good day. This is something a little bit different than what I usually post, but most of you, or a lot of you may know that I have been, since a teenager, quite the mad Bob Dylan fan. This is the only t-shirt I have left that's got anything about Bob Dylan on it. But you will notice behind me I have painted the decades of Dylan from, I've got it from going from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s and to 2010. I need to do a couple more. Time's moved on. And I used to, as a teenager, would sit in my room and listen to Bob Dylan stuff and write poetry. And I used to sort of sometimes think I was a bit of a female version of Bob Dylan, because I even took guitar lessons and I had an attempt at learning guitar. But I never got anywhere with it because I'm one of these people that I'm too impatient and it needs practice, and I just wanted to do things instantly. So that was the end of the guitar. Also tried harmonica. Thank you again for this gift from John in England. Gave me that when I was on my UK tour. He said, you can learn that and you can carry it on a motorbike. Yes, you can. I haven't got around to learning anymore, but I did take harmonica lessons as well. And I had a thing around my neck and the guitar, and I would go and busk. I think I knew 2 songs, and I would just busk them over and over again on the streets of Sydney. Ridiculous, I know. In most of my bedrooms, the 2 I have in Sydney, I have 2 things of Bob Dylan up. This is all my artwork as well that's in this room. There's a few Bob Dylan over there. So there's this one, and there's this poster of his recent biopic movie, A Complete Unknown. So I'm across a lot of Bob Dylan stuff. I did have also just about every Bob Dylan album, CD, music notebooks. I've read all his books. I was a fan, like an obsessed fan, as are millions of others. So I'm not special. So why am I doing a video today on my motorbike channel about my fandom moments about Bob Dylan? Last night, I had a dream about Bob Dylan, and it sort of went like this. I was at an event, and a friend of mine, who I won't name, but he was there, and he said, "Chris, I've got someone I want you to meet." And he said, "You two would be great together." And he brings out Bob Dylan. And we walk off holding hands back to my place. And on the journey back, we're talking about art, because Bob Dylan is also a very interesting artist. I actually went to this exhibition in New York many years ago. So he's an artist as well. He's better than me. So we're walking along and we're talking about art and music, social awareness of things, because he was a bit of a protest writer and brought to the attention all these things. And then we got on to the subject of motorbikes. Now, I've had this picture. This is one of the few things I kept. I sold all my Dylan collection. I just wanted to streamline my life. I didn't want to be emotionally attached to anything. I just wanted to get on my bike and ride and have what's important to me in a bag. So I sold a lot of stuff, and I sold my entire Bob Dylan collection. This one. And it's Bob Dylan on a motorbike. And Highway 61 Revisited, there's a picture of him wearing a Triumph t-shirt because he rode a Triumph. So I've been thinking for some time, what's another little bike I can get? Don't get me wrong, I'm always devoted to Indian. So on the little walk back where we're going back to my place, we're talking about, like I said, art, music, social awareness, and then we get onto motorbikes. And he starts talking about Triumphs, I start talking about Indians, and there's a real connection going on, and we get back to my place, and things start to happen, and then I wake up. So it never went anywhere, unfortunately. I was really bummed when I woke up, but it's been on my mind. When you have those dreams that just won't leave your head? So now I'm all inspired to look at a Triumph motorbike. What do you think? Should I get a Triumph as another little 4th bike? I've got 3 now. Got the 2 Indians, I've got the little Yami, and should I get a Triumph? Anyway, that's my thing. The other people that I was interested in other music, I'm interested in all sorts of music. So I have done portraits of, obviously, Leonard Cohen, Bruce Springsteen, Nina Simone, all sorts of artists. But that is my decades of Dylan. You've all heard of 6 Degrees of Separation from Kevin Bacon. Well, there's, you can do that with any artist or celebrity. We're producing this show with Tony Mott. He's a rock and roll photographer. You may be familiar with some of his stuff. He's toured and photographed everybody. Michael Jackson, David Bowie, all the Australian artists. He's Amazing. Anyway, we're taking a tour for 2026. Anyway, this is why I'm only now 1 degree separated from Bob Dylan, because Tony has toured and photographed Bob Dylan. Here's a picture, one of the pictures he took, and then with me and Tony. There we go. Okay, well, that's about all. I don't know what else. It was just a short thing I wanted to share with you.
I'm not